Thank you, Heston. Where she's mine, yeah, she's mine. Well, I love
Yeah, we're just checking the sound here. But
Nothing.
I was genuinely wondering what the breakfast situation is.
Coffee. I had a coffee. I had 2 coffees and some water.
So how much do you know actually about the microbiome, or how much have you gotten into this?
I suppose it's occupied a big chunk of the last 3 years of my life. And I believe that most of the research that's been done to date is on how the food that we eat can affect our microbiota. I also believe that our emotional state, so are we happy, are we sad, are we anxious, are we depressed, are we excited, etc., etc., will have a marked effect on the behaviour of the little guys in here. And it's the little guys in here that eat the food that we eat.
Yeah. In a way, it's a little bit like making food with love, right? So a lot of these cuisines, right, are made with hands, made with people's actual, hand-based microbiome, right?
Absolutely. And everything, if you look at quantum theory, string theory, every single thing on the planet vibrates at some level. There's a resonance and a frequency. Emotions also vibrate. They have a frequency. So when you talk about love, those waves can affect the water. And obviously all food contains water as well. So it has a bigger impact. That is the love that we give, the connection that we have, and the value that we give on the food that we eat. And that's the bit for me after the equals sign. Why do we do stuff? Feelings.
So this is really exciting. I anticipated, you strike me as the kind of guy who, when he gets into something, digs pretty deep, right? So I was excited to hear your viewpoints, but I'll tell you a little bit about what sort of brought us into it, right? So you met my colleague Lena Steiner, so we're both co-directors of a space in West London. What we're really excited about is over the last sort of 10 years, the cost of both sequencing and producing DNA has fallen about 1 million-fold. So kind of comparing that to your sort of Moore's law, right?
Yeah.
Where this sort of computing revolution came from. We're dropping way faster than that in terms of just the base materials to do molecular microbiology. And I suppose where the food aspect and where the cheese aspect comes in is that, this microbiome is something that's so mysterious to people, but so intrinsic to, as you've said, our well-being, right?
Yeah.
So I think people understanding where their food's coming from, the provenance of the food, as well as almost the provenance themselves, is a little bit what this story's about. What we're going to do today is actually sample your microbiome, or somewhere you're comfortable with on your body, ideally wet and warm. So I'll leave that to you to come up with. Is there anywhere that sort of like ticks the box there for you?
Yes.
Would you like to put on a glove and just do your own thing, and then you can?
Interestingly, also, I was full of positive emotions.
Oh, great!
I don't know what effect that's going to have on the cheese.
I didn't sense that.
I'm giving it love.
Yeah, love all the way. Look at that trees. That's a big hog.
I mean, I kind of learned how to make cheese the same way I learned how to play the guitar, really. Not by studying the masters, but just sort of working out how to do one little thing and then changing it a little bit. Aha. Hello. Hi, cheers. Come on in, cheers.
How are you?
Hi, cheers. Come and have a cup of tea. All right, here you go. Welcome to my development kitchen. I do get some fairly unusual requests, but this is right up there. What?
Well, basically, Alex, what's that? Yeah, I know, exactly right. So the V&A called us in and they asked us to make 4 different cheeses. We thought we'd come and see you, a cheesemaker, but what they want us to do is they want us to make 4 different cheeses from 4 different celebrities' bacteria.
Right. All cheese, one of the brilliant things about cheese is that the whole paragon of cheeses, all the different shapes and sizes, smells and textures, just 4 ingredients, right? All 4 cheeses are just milk, salt, rennet and bacteria. So you're talking about using spooky bacteria, right? That's
Well, I guess spooky bacteria from yourself, right?
Yeah. So you're basically going to take a little bit of bacteria from me and then kind of culture it, sort of petri dish style, make it grow, see what it smells like, and then take it from there. What the usual sources of bacteria for cheese is, I mean, the cheddar makers in this country. It's kind of like a starter culture, isn't it? Like when you have sourdough bread, you'll put a little bit of the previous dough into the bread to give it that lovely taste. I think barbers who make a lot of cheddar, they've got kind of like the National Archive of Cheddar starter cultures. Oh, really? I wonder if they'd be interested in my signature scent. One of the great cheese miracles is that you take a bacteria, a good bacteria that knocks out all the harmful ones. So we want to try and find one that's got some kind of benign, benevolent and tasty properties, don't we? Oh, it's nasty. This is marvellous. Who knew? So you're going in between the big one. That's the little gold mine there.
So we're also getting into your armpits to get some bacteria.
Oh, you can tell it's been a busy morning. So whatever bacteria is in there is going to be added to the cheese. It's going to knock out all the nasty bacteria, hopefully.
So it's like, how much do you know what's happening today?
Very little, yeah. I found out about this project 3 days ago. My daughter just said to me, Dad, they want to make your head into a piece of cheese. But I am a big fan of cheese. You know, I actually have been known to throw friends out of my house for just chiseling away mindlessly at the cheese. I don't mind if they take a bit and they eat it and they concentrate, but not when they just sort of...
Got some strong opinions, right?
I've got some strong...
I hate cheese. What about like American cheese? No, if people make cheese on toast in my house and I walk downstairs and smell it, I'm just like, proper makes me wanna, I can't even eat next to people eating cheese that I can smell. I hate it. Every now and again, I endeavour to see if my taste buds have changed at all. And every time I've been.
Let's go and get your bacteria.
Sweet, let's do it.
Ready to get sampled?
Yeah, and I'm not as worried about the results of this. After my surgery, I was left with a paralysed stomach. So there was a lot of the food was putrefying before it was passing through my stomach, and that was a real problem. And I didn't want to have a gastric bypass, so I started looking into probiotics, prebiotics, a lot of bone broth. I honestly have felt better mentally since I've felt better overall, which I guess makes sense. But we've finally proven the link between, I say we, I didn't play a part in it, but between gut health and mental health, haven't we?
Because that theory, isn't there, that if you don't wash, eventually the bacteria will start keeping your skin clean. I mean, I don't know if that's entirely true. Probably more bacteria in my ear, if that's what you're looking for.
What kind of like stage performance or concert would make the best cheese?
I suppose, you know, we've done a lot of really amazing things. One of them would have been on the roof of Buckingham Palace. We played there, you know, it's very strange. Yeah, that would remind me of Stilton.
And I give it all that, but like if I can't get myself made into a cheese, then that's awful. So